Join AZOP for Citizens Under 18 U.S. Constitution Rights Assured Campaign 2014 for having this class of American citizens protected at all times and locations in the U.S., including home, school, and programs such as out-of-home placement and professional, medical, and social, when under authority of U.S. government-funded employees and associates thereof within each U.S. state, territory, and protectorate. This event will officially begin outside of the Royal Hawaiian Center at 2201 Kalakaua Avenue, Honolulu, Hawaii, on Saturday, March 1st, 2014 at 4 p.m. during the scheduled worldwide March Against Government Corruption, led internationally by Dana Martin and 7 other concerned global citizens. This activism will continue in Waikiki 24/7 through March 19th, one day for each U.S. pupil-beating state and territory for having Ending Corporal Punishment in Schools Act, H.R. 3027, passed into federal law. This event is led by myself, Paula Flo, Executive Director of the Hitting Stops Here, and Arizona Operation Let My People Go, also known as AZOP, Lead Coordinator. Concerned citizens may learn how to participate by requesting an information form for this event. To become a valid participant, please sign up any day between March 1st and 19th. AZOP will check in with the Honolulu Police Department, Waikiki, prior to the beginning of this event, just a few blocks away from the main campaign site. Anyone can send an email requesting this information to SafeChildEnvironmentS@gmail.com. The Oahu Worldwide March Against Government Corruption campaign will begin with sign holding earlier that day at 2 p.m. in Kailua at the only intersection of Aikahi Park Safeway Shopping Center at 25 Kaneohe Bay Drive. 11 American citizens under 18 are being represented by AZOP for gaining judicial relief under the U.S. Constitution, and for 3 United Kingdom citizens under 18, each of whom have been removed from the custody of loving families by Child Protective Services, or CPS, in both nations. The 11 American citizens under 18 removed by USA CPS are Love Speed in Arizona, a 13-year-old, Emmanuel Speed, Arizona, 10 years old, Romeo Riley, Arizona, 7 years old, Jaden Johnson, 8 months, and his siblings Isaiah, Josiah, and Little Freddie, each under 7, also Arizona, Justin's daughter and son, each under 7, Arizona, Haley, under 13, California, Justina Peltier, 15, Connecticut. 3 United Kingdom citizens under 18 removed by United Kingdom CPS, Daniela's 3 children, 5-year-old twins and her 1-year-old. 2 American victims of USA School Corporal Punishment, also known as Pain-Based Behavior Management, are represented also. Travis Jones, North Carolina, school beating victim which called for emergency medical treatment, placed on the pipeline to prison, currently serving time unjustly. Jessica Smith of Texas, a school beating victim involving 3 American male educators who tortured her 3 months before her senior high school graduation without being prosecuted for their crimes. Success will come with increased involvement of we the people. Where to begin? Review material in the description domain at Facebook event banning USA school beatings. See also the AZOP objectives posted there. And you can access these objectives by going to www.thehittingstopshere.com. Scroll down in the left column where you'll see our Facebook link. Click on that, and at the very top you will see the description domain. and gain all the information needed to participate and to learn more. Needs for the success of U.S. citizens under 18 U.S. Constitution Rights Assured Campaign 2014 will be posted regularly at the above Facebook event and at the message board for this campaign. Thank you.
But it's the 99% of us without power who have to get together and say, all right, enough's enough, we're going to do it.
Yeah.
So hopefully through your videos and through the movie that we're putting out, if people don't cry and aren't sick at the stories that they see in our film, I'll be shocked, because I cried and was sick and continue to as I look at the footage. And elected state officials who I believe are honest. What happens when they get elected? Do they call all of you together and say, okay, this is
the real deal?
He said that's exactly what they do. They tell you that your constituents no longer matter. You do what the caucus, which is what the party tells you to do. And most of them do. And so we just don't have honest people. You need to know, if you get in this battle, you need to know you're dealing with corruption every way you go. And look, I've talked to more people than anybody in America probably ever has face to face about it. I know that it's real. I've got mountains of documentation produced by people. So you need to understand it's corrupt. When you find that they're violating the law and you're shocked, don't be shocked. It's what they do all the time. And I would say try to find out if the judge is making improper decisions. Research to see if you can determine other cases where that judge is involved with the attorney on the other side, whether it's the prosecutor or somebody representing a spouse. We have one case in Michigan where one female judge has taken away the parental rights of something in excess of 60 women.
Wow.
Just normal housewives.
Wow.
And I met many of them. Everyone I met was white. It's a white judge, white, middle class to upper class women had their parental rights taken away. This woman obviously has a problem with women.
Yes.
And now that the 60 have gotten together, they've got to put a bunch of information together about how bad this judge is. So hopefully they will at least keep her from ever getting, Judge Patricia Gardner, from ever getting elected again.
Oh, yes, indeed.
But make contact. Probably everybody who's ever been in a court has been screwed, has had their rights violated, has been a victim of corruption. So that means we're talking tens to hundreds of millions of people. And we need to get everybody to wake up and realize it.
And in addition to realizing it, people must know their U.S. Constitution. Honestly, if we don't use it, we're going to lose it. And the average person has no idea what their First Amendment is, their 14th Amendment. their right to remain silent. People don't know these things, and it's like the Bible says, my people perish for lack of knowledge, and America will perish because its people lack knowledge of the U.S. Constitution. Most people don't know that the Constitution is the protector of God-given rights. It's like in writing, you know, you're allowed to have a child, you're allowed to have parental rights, and here it says right here in the Constitution to protect that. And people don't know it, and they sign their children away because these bullies that are paid by the U.S. government are, you know, able to frighten the average person because they're afraid, oh, I'm going to go to jail and maybe I can work this out and get my child back.
Don't ever let
they're being bullied.
CPS in your office. Don't ever sign anything.
Yeah.
Don't ever give up any of your rights.
Yeah.
You know, don't enter into a safety plan. Don't enter into anything with these people.
And this goes to the root of many of our problems. You cannot redefine marriage and expect to raise children without their mother and their father. Research has repeatedly shown that an intact mother and father is the best place to raise children.
They don't let you outside or anything. They don't feed you well. It's just not good. Like, I don't know. They don't know how to take care of the kids. They don't let you learn anything. No entertainment or anything. You sit around and do nothing all day. It's just not good for you. And after that, I went to foster homes. First foster home was actually pretty okay. Pretty much, they tolerated me while I was there. They made sure I was fed.
Say what?
They made sure I was fed and clothed. Pretty much all the essentials. Nothing extra, which I am grateful for. But the second foster family was horrible.
What happened?
Pretty much physical abuse.
The first one, and every Arizona is thinking about this, and we know this. We need to fire Director Carter. How many children will it take? How many children will it take? How many children will it take?
About American educators in California schools who duct tape children and tie them with bungee cords. California is the second highest rate of torturing children in public schools. Are you going to help that?
I really am, yeah.
Okay.
I'm a conservative man. We need to fight for our children, our grandchildren, and education. And, you know, there's a lot going on that I'm not in agreement with federally, you know, so we need to remind California that we're a
website. How can people learn more?
www.lawlessamerica.com.
Okay.
And then the Facebook page is facebook.com/lawlessamerica. There's over 1,500 videos on YouTube, youtube.com/lawlessamerica. So if you remember Lawless America and run it all together, you'll be able to find us just about anywhere. But, you know, America's broken. And it's up to us to wake up enough people in order to get it fixed.
Absolutely.
And it's the biggest challenge there ever was. But as I've said to people many times, Martin Luther King didn't have the internet or didn't even have a cell phone.
Yes.
Much less unlimited cell phone minutes. Susan B. Anthony didn't have it. They had shoe leather and hard work. Why we can't motivate Americans today to have the same kind of attitude? Because this is a continuation of the civil rights movement, if you will.
Yes,
it's a different aspect of it, and minorities are bigger victims, and I think that's a continuation of the battle that Martin Luther King was fighting.
Oh, absolutely.
But you know, this isn't. I don't want to make it a color issue because it's not. But as with everything, if you're Black or Hispanic or Indian, goodness, the Indians have it horrible in America. You know, the chances of you having problems are even worse, but a huge number of white families are involved in this. This is a nonpartisan, non-racial issue that every American needs to get upset about and do something about, because we can have our country be whatever we want it to be.
These are things that have to happen. As a person who is a constitutional conservative, as a person who recognizes that we have a cultural issue, as a person that believes that the Constitution is not the problem, it is the answer, I recognize that the only way that we're truly going to see significant movement along the lines of these ideas that I believe in is by engaging people where they're at, meeting our young people where they're at, meeting parents that deem their right to raise their children as precious. Meeting them where they're at is going to be where it is that we're going to see significant movement.
Black robe in the pulpit.
But if they're not standing for your constitutional rights, they're of the devil. I don't care what denomination they are. We need to stand and we need to fight. We need to be like those early men of God that said, we'll take our government back.